I'm just gonna say it, Wolverine is probably the best superhero character ever. Maybe not the best superhero, after all there's a reason everyone has their own personal favorite Batman, but Wolverine, no matter the medium or adaptation, is a singular character that pretty much no one has tampered with. Well, I guess that failed pilot tried to make him Australian.
Get with it! The X-Men don't have room for whiny brats!
And Hugh Jackman was a bit too much of a huge Jackman to properly play our short King Logan, but the gruff attitude, claw hands, and calling people bub survives every continuity. Except as comics were allowed to become more adult, there came a new divide in the Wolverine industrial complex. 90% of the time, those adamantium claws would be carving up robots or mud monsters or whatever. But every once in a while, Marvel gave us the good stuff with unhinged crimson-soaked limb-splitting glory. Not so much the X-Men films, and almost never in the world of video games. Which is why there's plenty of reason to get hyped about Insomniac Games' next superhero smack-em-up, Marvel's Wolverine, which is due to drop this fall after a short announcement to launch window of 5 years. Man, Rocksteady dropped the whole Arkham trilogy in 6 years, and most seem to think those are still the best dang superhero games ever. But would you believe there's already an M-rated Wolverine game? Not a touch here and there of bloody madness, but a front-to-back murder fest. You want to fight a Sentinel? We've got all sizes. You want to see Logan's skin heal over a skeleton? Get a good eyeball. He won't even wear a shirt. You want to ride the Blob? You can ride the Blob. You want to buy this game? Well, too bad, but stick around and I'll tell you how you can play it today. Yep, just like the classic Spider-Man 2, this game is tied down to a single movie license, which means it's no longer for sale due to rights and payments. It's a big mess. Except the old webhead got a 1-2 punch of a killer film and a great game. This action-packed slasher, on the other hand, is based off of Wolverine Origins. Hey, wait, don't go! I promise, this is the rare exception where the game is significantly better than the film it's based on. And it means you still get all that Hugh Jackman goodness. And look, it's Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, and oh my god, is this really how it all started? Wolverine Origins isn't an easy game. You'll actually need to approach combat with strategy to overcome the enemies, but it's not about throwing you into scenarios where mindless button mashing will win the day. Imagine a really dumbed down Devil May Cry sans projectiles. You can light and heavy attack your way to victory, but you're constantly building up the rage meter for insanely abusive moves. Like, come on, there's really no surviving that. And really, that's the most shocking aspect going back to play it this time. The animations from pouncing and ground punching are unhinged brutality for a video game protagonist. There's no mercy, no potential for retaliation. A lot of these dudes are just guys with body vests. It's not even fair, man. If that wasn't enough, you can Ultra Instincts KO Ken's Logan's powers and then perform the same specials with even more chunks of health flying off. Well, chunks of something flying off. You do end up fighting these other mutants, like these glowy guys that make triangles of energy. Okay then, but also some named A-listers like Gambit who get an absurdly long boss fight. You straight up destroy an entire casino. I know these guys end up being buddies, but can they really walk away from this? Seems like some sort of paperwork or something would be required, especially for that war crime of an accent.
Then Remy LeBeau I am. So what brings you to our fair city, sir?
If you have even a passing affection for Wolverine, I can't recommend this game enough. It's not perfect, it never was, a real 7 out of 10 with 6 out of 10 scenarios and 8 out of 10 gameplay and 9 out of 10 style. Don't overthink it, the developers sure didn't. They got the memo that slashing is fun, and if that's what baby wants, that's what baby gets. In fact, replaying Wolverine Origins kinda had me nervous about Marvel's Wolverine. Will it be as good? Yeah, I assume as much. They've had enough time in the backing of Sony to make and remake every element over and over again. And hey, I'll say it, it'll probably be better than this nostalgic gem. But by how much? Actually, let's put a pin in that and let you try this game for yourself. Good news and bad news, this is currently a PC-only game unless you want to track down an Xbox 360 or PlayStation 3 and a copy of the game. However, it's so old that if you have a functioning gaming PC playing Counter-Strike, you're good. You'll want to check out a safe website like Archive.org or Abandonware and follow the self-building repacks. Don't go anywhere else. Besides, you'll get an easy-to-use application instead of a computer virus. Wolverine says web safety is cool. Maybe that should be Spider-Man, whatever. Perhaps I'm getting too nostalgic for this often bland era of gaming, but this is what we used to call a AA game as opposed to the AAA games console exclusives usually are. These days, things seem to be forever trapped in this boom-bust cycle of scrappy indie devs or the billion-dollar backing from one of 5 gaming companies. And look, I'm not denying the transcendent power of a great video game, but one of the best aspects of most entertainment is that it's ultimately frivolous. They don't actually have to mean anything, it's how it makes you feel that's important. important. It feels like PlayStation used to know that. Marvel sure did before Disney bought them. In my humble opinion, sometimes all you need is a light and heavy attack with an extra dash of cool. Before we go, I just wanted to say that the Deadpool boss fight's final wave is bullshit. I had to play it like 8 goddamn times and I legit hate it. Everything else is pretty good. Okay, bye. But that's just what I think. How about chat back in the comments about what you thought of Wolverine Origins or what your favorite Wolverine game is and if you're hyped for Marvel's Wolverine. Wow, that's a lot of Wolverine for one sentence. Subscribe if you're nasty. My name is Colin Tanner with Video Games as Fuck and I'll see you in the next video, bub.